One thing that you might want to do inside of your Wix Studio website is set up your site hierarchy. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to do that and show you how you can have different levels on nesting your pages. So over here on the left-hand side, I have my pages. When I'm talking about site hierarchy, I'm talking about the URL structure of the pages that are going to follow your homepage. So if we go to Service 1 and we go to SEO Basics here, you'll see that the parent page of this page is the home page. And this has a little parentheses around site hierarchy. So if I want to nest this under a certain page, then I can do that. So I'm going to go ahead and create a service parent page here. So I'm just going to put services, and then I'm going to nest this service 1 underneath my service page. So if I come here and I go to services, then you're going to see it's going to adopt the URL structure. So before I do that, I'm going to come in here to services and set my URL slug to services. You always have to check this inside of Wix Studio. I'm going to set this as service 1 just for our example here so that we can build out a few of these pages. So I have service 1, I have services, and now I'm going to nest this under my services parent page. I'm going to come here to SEO Basics and then go to services. And you're going to see that when I do that, the URL slug changes. So it went from home to service 1. If I go back to home, just homepage service 1 to services. So now it has services and then service 1. It also updates here in the preview on Google. And this is just a test website. So I have this kind of Wix Studio default subdomain. But if you had your actual site here, then you would be able to see the domain correctly. And the cool thing about this is that you can do this on a lot of different levels. So let's just say that we have underneath our service, we have prices. So I'm going to add a new page here for pricing. I'm just going to call it pricing for now. And then I'm going to also set the URL slug here to pricing. I'm going to call it pricing 1. So it matches our service page. So I can also nest this under the service 1 page. So even though this is under services already, I could nest this under, and the URL structure would be services, service 1, pricing 1. So you can do this on multiple different levels. You can go another level deep if you want to. I actually don't know if there are any limits on how deep you can go on the site hierarchy levels, but just to show you another example, let's create another one here. And let's do, maybe as part of the pricing under your services, you have a book or contact. So we'll call this contact 1. And I'll go to SEO Basics here, set this as contact 1. And then I can set the site hierarchy here under pricing. So again, the URL structure would be services, service 1, pricing 1, contact 1. So you get this kind of setup when you want things to be nested under certain pages and you want the URL structure to be grouped with certain categories, like all the services go under service 1, the pricing and contact for each specific service goes under that specific service. So it can get kind of technical, but you can set this up inside of Wix Studio, and that's how you do it here is under this parent page spot. So you could have, for example, another service. So you could say service 2, and that could go under the services page. So I'm going to come here to the SEO Basics. I'm going to change this to services, service 2. I did service 1. Let me do service 2. And then I'm going to set this under services. And what you're going to see when I do this drop down now is that service 1 and service 2 are at the same level. And pricing is still under service 1. Contact 1 is still under pricing. And of course, I can change these if I need to, if I actually want pricing to be on the same level as contact, or vice versa, contact at the same level as pricing. Then I just come here to contact and I change it to, instead of being nested under pricing, under service 1. And then it'll update. So now when we come in here and look at the page hierarchy under SEO Basics, we can see that now these two are on the same level. So you can have as many levels as you want, as far as I know. nesting these down and organizing your pages in a way so that the URL structure makes sense for what you need. But in some cases, you don't even need to do this. Sometimes you don't want to nest pages under different categories, and that's totally fine. But if you want to, there is a way to do this here under the SEO basics of your pages. So that's what I wanted to highlight in today's video. Something simple, but something that has recently come up in some of the projects that I've done, and that's where you find it. Just here is where you find page, the parent page and site hierarchy, and works really well. So that's what I have for today's video, and I'll see you in the next video.